Oh, hi. Hi there. I'm live. I'm so live. I am one live person. Who's with me? All right. It's Wednesday. Let's see what's going on. I've got to rewrite some DTNS stuff. Here, I can share that screen. Well, I can share that screen, can I? Can I? Well, of course I can. It's as easy as 1, 2, add to stage. Let's see. What did I say about Sony? It's not all bad news, though. Q3 sales for Sony were up a couple million from 6.3 million last year to 8.2 million this year. Hey, Gotham Heights. Sony just thought it'd be closer to 9.2. Boom. Shaka Waka. Duck Go's privacy-focused browser has a new BioCow. No, hi BioCow. Has a new sync and backup feature that lets you keep passwords, bookmarks, and favorites the same across multiple devices without setting up an account. DuckDuckGo says this data is end-to-end encrypted and should sync across most Windows, Mac, Android, and iPhone devices, including data you might import from browsers like Chrome. Scanning a Q. You don't need an account because you scan a QR code or enter an alphanumeric code to identify which instances of the browser should sync. I think that's all correct. Okay. There you go. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg posted a video to his Instagram account on Tuesday explaining why he was not all that concerned when comparing the Vision Pro to the Meta Quest 3, with the main takeaway: I don't just think that Quest is the better value, I think Quest is the better product, period. Zuck pointed out that the Vision Pro is like 7 times more expensive. And notes also the Quest 3 weighs 120 grams less than the Vision Pro, has greater motion due to not needing a wired battery pack. All valid from Zuck here. I'm going to put in some notes. All right. If Xbox is equipped to dive into the world hard, it probably has a real chance against Sony. Oh, that's being edited. Pivoted from straight gaming into GPU or general purpose computing. GPU focus led to CUDA. Good stuff. Talk about the latest with Waymo autonomous cars. Aw, Sarah, I didn't know this was that my Substack was being used for the GDI. That's cool. All right. That's kind of it. Oh, wait. On this episode of DTNS, Scott Johnson explains how NVIDIA went from gamer-focused to top 3 AI company. Niche gamer company to one of the 3 most valuable companies in the world. We evaluate Mark Zuckerberg's evaluation of the Apple Vision Pro and why Netflix isn't number 1 in Africa. Why Netflix is number 2 in Africa to a local company. One of the most valuable companies in the world. One of the most valuable companies in the world is not So Brilliant LLC. I wish it were. So do you. Okay. There we go. Couple more. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. How do we get more Gen Z folks on the show? And I don't really mean Gen Z folks. I just mean we're all getting kind of old. We need some younger folks on the show. Who do we ask? Where do you find them? Where do they hang out, BioCow? Yeah, probably Stoic Squirrel. Yeah, don't text them. Oh man, see, it's so complicated. Wooster Chris. I don't know about that one, BioCow. I mean, it might work for a while. Get a van and candy. Hey, if my intentions are pure, officer, probably not a good idea. Has anyone you know, not even just you, anyone you know, ever seen someone in a van trying to give children candy? I never saw it in real life. Yeah, so I should try to be a guest on Sesame Street. Got it, Stoic Squirrel. Well, I'll keep trying. Let's see, I did my exercises. I'm going to move that till tomorrow. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Oh, yeah? Hip show called AI Name the Show? Yeah, all right. Oh, Nethead. I don't remember that far back. V for victory. Hey, Buckeye, Arizona. Happy Valentine's Day to you, too. I have to do my finances, but I don't think I'll do that here on the stream, if that's okay. I hope you understand. Yesterday, when I was young. Should I put out an album? What do you think? All right. Valentine's Day. How's Buckeye, Arizona on Valentine's Day? They drive up the prices there like they do everywhere else. Kids today and their rock and roll 8-track tapes. I tell ya. What was I doing? I was going to do It's a Thing. That's what I was doing. All right. I don't know if anyone is interested in my It's a Thing. That one got messed up. My It's a Thing, I put things in Reminders and Feedly. Those are the two places that I put potential things. The math isn't mathing. Well, math isn't mathing. Might be old. That one seems a little old. All right. Those are all the ones from my Reminders. Now I need to find the ones from my Feedly. Mark Wahlberg's 40-day challenge goes viral on social media. Yesterday when I was young. Where are my things at? Where are my boats at? This is just a story, but did you know that Squishmallows is suing Build-A-Bear? Because Build-A-Bear came up with Squishmallow-like bears. I think that's more of a follow-up on Squishmallows being a thing. Scooshers is the Build-A-Bear brand of Squishmallows. I don't think the fell out of a coconut tree thing lasted. I'm not going to use that. All right. Okay. Anybody watch the Super Bowl? Heard it was big. I think I know what I'm going to do on It's a Thing. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do on It's a Thing, though, just in case. Oh, like too early for me to put it in anyway. We don't have the new rundown yet. Morning, PC Milesy. And yes, begun these Bears Wars have Bears Wars. Bear Wars. Taylor Swift, never heard of her. Icor, can you tell me more? I for a long time I just wanted to do like a show called Absolutely Wrong History, where I just make up things. Like for Taylor Swift, I would say like Taylor Swift, of course, one of the descendants of Jonathan Swift, and in that literary tradition has become a writer of many things, most famous for dating Kelsey Grammer. Swift and Kelsey, of course, you may have seen mentioned everywhere on the internet. She plays tight end, Icor says. I'm just going to leave that one right over there. I think that's, yeah, anyway, there you go. There's an example of the beginning of the Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift owns a fleet of private jets, flying them empty around the world at all times. That's funny. Just flies them for no reason, just burning fuel. Burn, burn, burn. Hi, Zoe brings bacon. Good evening. Well, I got through the DTNS prep way faster than I thought. So, what do we do now? Would you like to see my CD collection? That sounds like a line from like 1994. You want to come up and see my CD collection? Sure, come on up. Why not? Or perhaps I could read entries from my old diaries. Let's play a game. I place an X in the top center square. Oh man. Yeah, I'm a little sleepy right now. I'm not gonna lie. I just had coffee though, so second coffee of the day. I think it'll perk me right back up just in time for the show. I know the show's for a couple hours, but it'll spark me, get me going. There's time for another cup of coffee possibly before then. I am, after all, a coffee achiever. My favorite music genre. Good question, my fave tech. I don't really know. It changes all the time. Lately, as many of you know, Eileen and I have been listening to a lot of K-pop. So there's a lot of interesting K-pop out there, and more than just BTS, which I love, but a lot of other hip hop and things. But K-pop isn't really a genre. In fact, there's huge arguments on the internet of whether K-pop is a genre and what qualifies as K-pop. But there's Korean music that is definitely in different genres. There's hip hop, there's R&B, there's Latin beats, K-pop. There's it's all over the place. I kind of like almost all music. And if you just look through my catalog of stuff, I definitely went through a period of enjoying punk and pop punk quite a bit. So I definitely go back to that. I love a lot of old timey country and things that are alt country like Uncle Tupelo. So yeah, that's a hard one for me to answer. Nethead says, I put my 1,000 CD collection in the basement in big rubber tubs using Spotify for years. Found no reason to use the CDs. Yeah, man, I did that a while back too. Our first step was digitizing all the CDs onto a hard drive, which I still have, and then putting the CDs in big albums and putting them in the garage so that we still had them, but we got rid of the jewel cases for most things. I have one row of CDs and jewel cases down there that we wanted to keep. And then in 2018, when we moved to this house, we got rid of the albums. We're just like, yeah, with Eileen uses Spotify, I use Apple Music. Back then I was still using Google Music. We just didn't need it. Nethead says, I started listening to K-pop in 2008 because of Plurk. Oh, that's so cool. So yeah, you were like second gen. Wonder Girls, JYP, Sistar. Did you see Sistar? Just two of the members of Sistar just had a comeback. It was a good song too. Nethead says K-pop is the pop music we used to have in the U.S. In many ways, I think that's one of the appeals. It's a little bit of a throwback sometimes. Sistar 19. Yeah. It was good. That's a good song. I mean, was a good song. Still a good song. It's still kicking kicking around in there. Their performances were really good. We watch all the music shows on Viki. You can get Music Bank, Inkigayo, and Music Core. And we generally watch Music Bank and Inkigayo every week. Music Bank we'll watch on Friday night. Inkigayo we'll watch on Sunday morning. And then sometimes we'll watch Music Core, sometimes we won't. But those take me back to the American Bandstand, Solid Gold, America's Top 10 shows. I think that's one of the reasons I like those, because I used to watch those all the time when I was a kid. Good timing for you, Nick, with a C. Yeah. Yeah, you can watch them on YouTube as well. They're sometimes they're not captioned, and sometimes they're a little delayed, and every once in a while they get taken down or something. That's I really wish we got why am I blanking on the name? Mnet Countdown. It's just called Mnet Countdown, right? I wish we got Mnet Countdown in the US. You can stream it on YouTube live, but it doesn't have captions. But yeah, Bank is my favorite because Unche hosts, and Unche and Shaman are hilarious. And I really like they do the top 20, so it gives me more of that countdown nostalgia thing. And then Inkigayo is really solid with who they have on, and they all have pretty much the same groups on. And I like the hosts of Inkigayo as well, because they have one of the guys from Moving, that series that was on Hulu here. Did you have pancakes? Zoe did not have pancakes last night. Last night I had Red Lobster. You should have pancakes for dinner sometime in your life, Zoe. If you haven't already, I'm with you. It's a good choice. I haven't had breakfast for dinner in a while. Although this week we have 4 meals from the Tavala, and we haven't eaten any of them yet, and they came on Monday. So we're pretty much booked up on meals for Tavala for the next 4 days. We have chicken dumpling noodle soup, penna alla vodka, carne asada burrito bowl, and sesame soy braised beef with broccoli and white rice. Ooh, enchiladas sound good, Matthew Lee. And vegetable soup, always a hearty vegetable soup is always a good one. I haven't had you know what? I should make vegetable soup sometime this winter before it gets too warm again. Penna alla vodka does not have vodka in it the way you think. Yeah, that's probably overpromising. It's just an Italian penna pasta with a tomato sauce. Pancakes are probably best on Pancake Day, Zoe. You're not wrong. Pancake Day should be a national holiday, like a bank holiday, like you take it off. I think it should be. All right. Bacon pancakes. You put little bacon bits in the pancakes? Now you're talking. I see you. I see you. I see you. Cedar plank halibut. Yeah. Nice. How very Pacific Northwest of you, BioCow. That sounds good too. Ooh, Texas tamales from Costco. Not bad. Where did I used to get all my tamales? I think I got them at Wheatsville Co-op in Austin. This is pre-Costco days. I mean, I think Costco was around, but it wasn't as popular as it is now. Yeah, I used to get those tamales. We used to get tamales at Trader Joe's too. Now that I'm thinking about it, even after I moved to California, that weren't bad. Yeah, man, I'm with you. The day after the Super Bowl in the United States should just be a federal holiday. I understand why it's hard to get people to justify it, because federal holidays are supposed to pretend to be in honor of something. And you got to figure out what you're honoring with the Super Bowl. Also, you're putting the day of the holiday in the hands of a private organization, NFL. But that said, everybody calls in sick that day. Ooh, Texas tamales at HEB too. Nice. They're probably the same tamales. Probably with the one big tamale maker just makes them for everybody, right? Texas tamales. There were always really good tamale houses. There was a tamale house down. It wasn't Wheatsville. It was the tamale house. What am I talking about? There was was it Rosa's tamale house? It's not there anymore. But it was like right down the street from Wheatsville Co-op, and that's near Half Price Books where I worked. And I would go down and I would get those tamales. That's what it was. Those were so good. Exactly, Icor. Parade for the winners on Monday, drinks for the losers. Champagne for my real friends, real pain for my sham friends. I'm going to have sardines and brown rice for lunch. I make my sardines and brown rice with Wild Planet sardines packed in water, no salt. Mash them up on the bottom, brown rice over the top, a little bit of seaweed over the top, some kimchi, stir it all up. Delicious. Sarah's asking me if I like the GDI that we picked earlier, that she picked earlier. And I do. Ooh, smoked mackerel. Smoked mackerel is nice. Also, pickled herring, smoked herring. Kipper snacks. Kipper snacks. So good. Kipper snacks for breakfast. I know fish for breakfast for some of you might sound a little weird. Just give it a shot. It's really good. Breakfast of champions. Get those omegas right in your veins. It's not what we have. We should do it on the weekends, but our breakfast is pretty much the same thing every day. I make 2 bowls, one for Eileen, one for me. My bowl has muesli that I've made myself. So muesli being some oatmeal and raisins and mixed nuts, all mixed together. I put that with some fiber powder. I can't remember what it's called. It's like psyllium husk, and some kefir, chocolate chips for a little sweetness, just a few. Mix that all up with some blueberries. That's mine. Eileen's is dark chocolate almond granola with the chocolate chips, the blueberries, and Greek yogurt all mixed up together. And then I slice up a banana, put that on top for both of us. Boom. That is our breakfast pretty much every day of the week, including Saturday and Sunday. Oh, sardines on toast is a good breakfast. I have had sushi for breakfast limitedly when I was visiting Japan. They had it on the, in the hotel, and I enjoyed it. It's good. They removed the churros from your Costco. Well, that's not cool. It's been a long time since I've been to a Costco. I know they had churros at least once when I went there. I don't know if they still have them or not. Hot dog, pizza, churro, vanilla almond granola with non-fat yogurt and coffee. You're real close to what Eileen has there. And now I'm just going to add some fish, not to the granola. Ha ha. So there, I've covered breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you. So I think we're good. I'm going to wrap this up. I need to get prepped for the prep meeting, and thanks for hanging out and chatting. Snacks next time. Remind me, BioCow. We'll cover the snack. We have a snack bin in our house, and I'll talk about what we keep in the snack bin. All right, see you later, folks. Have a great day. Enjoy whatever you eat.